Hello, my friends. It's Indiana Holmes and Lizzie, and we are making our way into Haunted Mansion. It's the Haunted Mansion. The first time in about a year and a half, it has not had the Nightmare Before Christmas holiday makeover. So this is the first time we're going to be able to see the Haunted Mansion in its original form, or close to its original form, because I understand that there are some updates. Look at this. This is the first time I can remember in a long time, it must be a year and a half, that we do not have a Jack Skellington or any of the Nightmare Before Christmas decorations up. It's Indiana and Lizzie, and we are here at the Haunted Mansion and enjoying the Haunted Mansion. Its new queue, its new gardens, everything looks super great, and it's a really exciting time for us to see the Haunted Mansion in its original form without the holiday makeover. This is the statue of the bride when she was young. The young bride. This is all new artwork and statuary in the new queue. Pretty cool. The plants are interesting. Oh, and then we get to a part where the bride is no longer quite so happy when we see the bride here. Oh, and look, here is the master's place of rest and study.
Do you want to walk over with me to Pirates?
Wow, the queue's moving pretty quick. So we got here right at 8 o'clock. It seemed they were already letting people into the park. And then we got in line. I didn't show this part. We got in line, and the line was all the way over the bridge in front of Pirates of the Caribbean. Wow, look at this garden. How great is this? It looks like the landscape artists at Disneyland have really put some effort into this. Scary owl. This is so much prettier than the original queue. Oh wow, look, there's the monkey with the cymbals. Where do we see that? So this gives you an idea of what the queue looks like. Look at this tree over here. Very cool. So what's cool is this queue is actually quite long, but ooh, look at the cat down here. Nice. They have these colored glass orbs everywhere, which are really neat. The queue is actually really long, but because of the way that it wraps around inside these walls, you feel like you're already in the ride, you're already in the environment, you're already having experiences. Yeah, you're already having cool experiences just walking around through here, and they've given us so much to look at that it's really a lot more entertaining. Look at this, is that a satyr down there? I bet this is really cool at night. We're gonna have to come back at night because it looks like they've got things up in the trees that light up, little orbs.
So cool.
Viper, look at this. This is pretty. Stained glass. They've done a really good job, guys. Ooh, look at that. Everywhere you look, there is something to see. This is the prettiest queue. Lizzie gives it her 2 thumbs up approval. And we're going to go into the greenhouse over here in a moment. That's also part of the queue.
It looks like it's been here forever, but it's new.
This is the resting area for the master of the house. Beautiful gazebo. And then look at this safe. Wow, that's something. Yeah. Ooh. Well, happily, the queue is moving very quickly, even though it's a very long queue. I think getting here when the park opened really helped. I can't imagine what this is going to be like later. but I am definitely gonna have to come back another day and do this at night because this is really cool. Look at the greenhouse here. We have all these cool plants growing up above. I wonder if any of these plants are used in potions.
This one right here.
Stained glass windows hanging from the greenhouse. Very nice. You can go round and round.
Oh, yeah.
Looking out the back gates here, it looks like this could be used if the line gets really long. They could snake the line back through there, out by Tiana's restaurant there. It looks like these gates could open and then they could continue the line sneaking back there if it's a super busy day like in the summer or something. And then over here, the wall just kind of ends over here next to the Disneyland Railroad, which is currently closed because they're doing some repairs and I think they're putting some new track in. But yeah, this looks great. And I wonder if this is, yeah, I think this walkway right here to my left on the other side of this wall over here, I think this is where you go if you have a wheelchair, I think, or maybe a scooter even. You go there and I think then you go in an elevator. I think that's what a big part of the queue was building this building right here, you know, making a more attractive and a more interesting queue with all these walls and all this artwork and the plants. But then on top of that, I think one of the major reasons for redoing this is they needed a new way to get people in that are in wheelchairs or maybe scooters, and I think that's what this building is right here. You see a cast member opening the door there. So that's like an alternate way to get in. Right across from us is the water tower or the railroad. So right up ahead of us is that new building. So this building didn't exist before. Yeah, it looks like that's where they're going to have, they have extra wide doors. And I think this is where, if you're in some type of an assistive device like a wheelchair or a scooter, I think this is where you're going to be coming in. Right through there. Nice plants. Really pretty stuff. Authorized personnel, cast members only. Heading back in this way. So you see we do go back and forth a lot, but it feels more entertaining. You feel like you're already experiencing the ride at some level because of the fact that you have all of this artwork, statues, friezes, plaques, all kinds of things to keep you entertained to look at. There's a mirror. They did a really good job.
Yeah, it's really beautiful.
I mean,
you
it's
don't mind
just
waiting in
a
line?
subtle amount of stuff, but it's enough.
It's really good.
There's the other side of that gate. The class. This is what Disney does best. They create guest experiences that are immersive, that give you more of an opportunity to feel the magic. The pixie dust, right? The classic pixie dust. Look at this guy. Wow. Okay, this is us coming out of the big walled queue, this sort of garden maze, and looking out towards the entrance. Now there's nobody coming in the entrance, hardly anybody. So that's pretty good. There was a huge line that we were in, that we were all the way on the other side of the Pirates of the Caribbean bridge into Adventureland, just in front of the Adventureland treehouse. And then that line, once they opened the gates here, it moved very quickly. And now here we are. Ooh, look at the Raven. That's awesome. What a great picture that is. Oh, and here we are. For the first time in a long time, we're seeing the horse-driven hearse, without the Halloween and Nightmare Before Christmas and Santa Claus. And we see the bridle for the horse, but there's no horse because he's a ghost. Look at this. This is beautiful. These lampposts kind of look new, don't they? I don't remember these lampposts. This area here looks like AstroTurf, so this probably makes it easier for them to stage different things going on here. There's our bunny, Fifi. Here lies my snake, whose fatal mistake was frightening the gardener who carried a rake. These are such great little elements. All the poor little pets that bit the farm. Okay, so now we have caught up to the area where we're used to having a queue over here. Over here on the right, you see people passing me. These are people that have lightning lane. So they're getting in really quick. But that's okay, because I'm really interested in seeing all of the new elements of this line and filming them for you guys. So this building here, which now is the mausoleum, this has an entrance, and I'm sure that this is the way that you come in if you're in a wheelchair or some type of a scooter that requires you to not go in the main entrance. Oh, it's so amazing to be here in this form, to see the Haunted Mansion in this form. It's been so long. Looking out past the pet cemetery here.
Not a doctor.
Oh, up above here, you can see more of the cemetery of the humans that have passed away. And there's the mausoleum. You are gone, feel later, reincarnation, levitation, dust to dust, I am mortal. Gee, I miss you, empty tombs, pearl gates. These are all of the names of the people that are entombed here at the mausoleum. I truly departed, I'll be back, and rest in peace. Yes. Very cool. Here's a good view of this. So that's the new building right there. It's the mausoleum. Oh, look at the lions. This is cool. They've got lions resting here. They're sleeping in front of the mausoleum, guarding it. Very nicely done. Nicely done. Disney Imagineers, you have killed it. If I'm allowed to use that phrase here in the Haunted Mansion. They killed it. So great.
Did you drop her? It's okay.
Just a little closer view of the human cemetery. Brother Claude planted here beneath this sawhut. Julia Shrub is such a good sport when people would tease her for being so... Love the music, right? A lot of excited people here today. Everybody's super excited. Master Gracie, laid to rest, no mourning please. At his request, farewell. There's Master Gracie's grave right there. So he is the man of Master Gracie. This one says, here rests Wathel Arbinder. He rode to glory on a fender. Peaceful rest. And up there is Aquí Descansa, Bradford Clementine for Demadio Beber de la Fuentes. And R.I.P. Cam Irving probably should have thought of serving. That's funny. Final rest. Esteban Pine no longer has to wait in line. Wow, we are just cruising along here. It's nice to see us moving so quickly. We are heading in. There's a view. So it seems like they can get a much bigger line of people in here without backing up into the park. But with those gates there at the back by the garden, it seems like they could extend the queue into that area by Tiana's Palace if they need to, probably in the summer.
There are several prominent ghosts who have retired here from creepy old crypts all over the world. Actually, we have 999 happy haunts here. But there's room for 1,000. Any volunteers? If you insist on lagging behind, you may not need to volunteer. And now, a carriage approaches to take you into the boundless realm of the supernatural. Take your loved ones by the hand, please. Oh yes, and no flash pictures, please. We spirits are frightfully sensitive to bright lights.
Well, the paintings are definitely different than what we've been experiencing before with the Nightmare Before Christmas overlay of Haunted Mansion. And if you noticed, there was no hanging scene or glass breaking in the big stretching room. Well, this is definitely a much spookier vibe than what we had for the last year and a half with the Nightmare Before Christmas overlay. That was a little bit more kind of tongue-in-cheek, kind of visual humor, and kind of a lot more fun, a little bit more up, and a little bit more jolly, even though it was like kind of like tongue-in-cheek spooky. This is really spooky. This is the real deal spooky. Moving in now. Wow, look at that. There's no Nightmare Before Christmas. It's just the clouds.
Safety bar, please. I will lower it on. And heed this warning. The spirits will materialize only if you remain safely seated with your hands, arms, feet, and legs inside. And watch your children, please.
You find it delightfully unlivable here in this ghostly retreat. Every room has wall-to-wall creeps, and hot and cold running chills. Listen.
Wherever you dwell, give us a hint by ringing a bell.
It's so much darker than it used to be.
Serpents and spiders, tail of a rat, call in the spirits wherever they're at. Rats on a table, it's time to respond. Send us a message from somewhere beyond. Goblins and ghoulies from last Halloween, awaken the spirits with your tambourine.
Your sympathetic vibrations and are beginning to materialize. They're assembling for a swinging wake, and they'll be expecting me. I'll see you all a little later.
Playful spooks have interrupted our tour. Please remain seated in your doom buggy. We will proceed in just a moment.
Fun to see it in this state.
spooks have interrupted our tour. Please remain seated in your doom buggy. We will proceed in just a moment. Kindly remain seated in your doom buggy, please. We will continue our tour momentarily.
We've been dying to have you.
Please hit the like button, subscribe, and hit the notifications button. Thank you very much.